Hello and welcome to a last minute decision. Hello and welcome to the 2024 Mexico City Grand Prix qualifying. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is live from Mexico City. A last minute decision to do this stream because I've literally just got in now and I'm at work first thing in the morning. But because the clocks go back, I thought, do you know what? Extra hour in bed. That means I could probably get away with doing this stream. It's only an hour, 10 till 11. So we're not up at 2, 3 in the morning. So it's not too bad. So I've rigged it up quick time. Thumbnail done in 30 seconds. Scheduled, bang on. So how are we doing? Welcoming Dougie and Lisa. And there's not going to be a million people in tonight. One, because I only scheduled it 5 minutes ago. And two, because it's only quali and the main event is tomorrow night. So do join me. I'll be live, I'll be live 7:45. I think it starts 8 p.m. The race, UK time tomorrow. So live back 7:45. So yeah, join me for the main event tomorrow. But why not get on a bit of qualifying? I've missed a couple of rounds of qualifying actually. I can't always do qualifying. You know what I mean? I'm a part timer. I can't always do all the sessions. But I got home. I thought I've got 15 minutes here. I can rig it up. I can do it. I've got 15 minutes. And so here we are. So we'll have a bit of qualifying as well because the championship's a little bit interesting as well. Leclerc to win the championship. Leclerc to win the world championship. Let's do it. I'm back. Listen, I'm backing Charles Leclerc from now to the end of the season. Yeah. Just for 5 races, I'll back it. I back the late championship charge. Leclerc to go and win the last 6 in a row. And cheeky Verstappen Norris DNF in turn 1. And you never know. If Leclerc wins this weekend, I've got no idea of the pace as well. I've not watched any of the practice sessions, which in a way is good. I'm coming into this fresh. I'm coming into this with no idea of who's looking quick and who's not. And I don't want to know until now. So yeah, I've got no idea what the situation is. But I want Charles Leclerc to win each and every single race from now to the end of the season. Because to be honest with you, Lando Norris is not my cup of tea. If you want it to be, straight down the middle, Lando Norris not for me, mate. So listen, Verstappen's had an easy road. I've got nothing against Max Verstappen, but listen, Charles Leclerc Championship Challenge. What is he? 80, 90 points behind. 6 to go, 5 to go, plus a sprint race. And there's one more sprint race, I think, in Brazil next weekend. I think next weekend's a sprint race. So it's 5.5 races to go, mate. Leclerc wins them all. Verstappen in the wall. Let's have a do. Yes, Jumpster. Hey, the weird's on its way back. You know it. I've gone through the worst of it now. Every day I look better. I'm looking pale on here because I have to, because if I don't have the brightest light in the world, the green screen doesn't work. So I'm still pale as you want, but every day I wake up, I'm looking a little bit better. I'm through the worst of it. Right, let's get into quali. I've had to buy new headphones as well because I won 186 quid on roulette the other night with Jamza. And in celebration, whipped my headphones off and smashed them on the floor. So I'm clever, aren't I? So now I'm only 100 quid up instead of 136, whatever it was. So decisions are made, aren't they? This is a bit quiet. Let me turn up the volume. Yeah. I celebrated so much that I'd won on roulette the other night that I fucking smashed the headphones. So we're brand new. We're Philips. Brand new Philips. It's not very loud though. I don't know if I've got a dodgy connection, but anyway. Oh, well, I can hear it. Still a dub, mate. Still up. But yeah, I put 50 quid in. Come out with about 130, 100, well, So, yeah, that's a decent couple of hours. Anyway, wish you were redirected. No, I didn't know it was going to go live, Jams. I literally made the decision 15 minutes ago. I wasn't going to do this. I've literally just got in now. Just literally walked through the door and thought, I've got 10 minutes to set this up. I thought, do I just chill in bed and watch it? I thought, no, I'll do it. I'm here. If I am in the house and F1's on, I might as well be live. There's no point. You know what I mean? I might as well do it. If I'm at work, I'm at work. It's impossible. I'm not going to live stream from behind the till. But if I'm home and F1's on, I might as well be here with you lot. So yeah, qualifying is underway. You know, neither did I, Anto. Neither did I, mate. Until 10 minutes ago, mate. So don't worry. I wasn't going to do quali because I've literally just got in from work now, and I'm back in first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock. But the clocks go back, so extra hour in bed. So that also contributed to it because I thought, you know, 11 p.m. is basically 10 p.m. I get the extra hour back. So we're all right. It's not too late. If it was like 2 a.m., forget it. But we're here. We're on. Who have we got for pole? I just like I was just saying now, I want Leclerc everything now. Leclerc pole, Leclerc win. Leclerc to win the last 6 in a row. And, the most unbelievable championship comeback in the history of the world is what I want now. Do you know what would be funny? Do you know what I think's more genuine? I mean, Leclerc winning the championship's criminal. It's a criminal prediction, right? But do you know what's more feasible? Leclerc beating Norris to P2 in the championship. And that would slap a big L on Norris's head, that. So I prefer that, I think. I prefer Leclerc finishing second in the championship than Norris. Norris not my bag. I know a lot of people love Norris and he's British and you're supposed to support him and all that, but I don't abide to any of them rules. I'm going full behind an 18-year-old Italian kid next year, so I'm not asked about where you're from. It's about, do I connect with you? What's your personality saying? Yeah, I'm not interested in nationality. So, yeah, I'll Charles Leclerc to the end of the season. Yeah, sod it. Let's have it. Let's have a Charles Leclerc few months before the Kimi Antonelli bandwagon arrives. 1st of January is Kimi Antonelli for the next however many years. 15 years. Let's go. Kim, welcome to the stream. And I've not talked about what's going on track at the minute because it's early days Q1. They're just getting out there, getting a few laps under the belt. And yeah, we've got the timer on as well. I've flipped the camera so it's opposite side. So we've got the timer on as well. If you don't know, qualifying is split up into 3 segments. So we've got an 18-minute Q1, at the end of which the slowest 5 will be knocked out. The top 15 then go through to a 15-minute Q2 session, at the end of which the slowest 5 will be knocked out. And then the top 10 go through to a 12-minute Q3 session, and that's where pole position is decided. In case you didn't know, and wow, this light is bright in it. But it's the only way. When it's dark out, when I've got natural daylight, I don't have to be as pale as this because I don't have to have that light on. But the green screen will not work without intense light. So it's pale or nothing. So pale it is. Red Bull could get third. Do you know what? I think Red Bull end up third in the championship constructors wise. See, that's where the battle is now for this season. Is constructors. Drivers is it's not looking good, Brev. But Constructors' Championship, Ferrari could win the Constructors' Championship. Listen, Ferrari get a 1-2 here in Mexico tomorrow night. Be right behind McLaren for Constructors' Championship, which is where the money is if you don't know. The glory is in the Drivers' Championship, but the P's, the money, is in the Teams' Championship, which is if you don't know, if you are new to Formula One, the Teams' Championship is just both the drivers' points added together. So, you need 2 decent drivers to win the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull are a one-man ting because Sergio Perez is not cutting it. So, Max Verstappen's a one-man team out here. So if you've got 2 Ferraris finishing on the podium every week, or 2 McLarens finishing on the podium every week, guess what? Red Bull ain't winning the Constructors' Championship because they're a one-legged horse. You forgot and you didn't get a notification. I know. I don't think notifications got sent out. I don't know why. It's hit and miss. Maybe you've got to be a big channel for that to work. I don't know. Maybe you've got to be monetized to get reliable notifications. I don't know. But Verstappen's gone quickest then on a 1:16.998. So just dips under the 1:17. So it's an early quick lap from Verstappen. Norris is second at the minute, but we've still got both. We've got both Williams in the top 5. Listen, this is not. This is not the true picture yet. We're early days. One-man team. He is, though, isn't he? Verstappen is a one-man team. It's facts. He's been a one-man team for like 5 years. When did Perez join Red Bull? In fact, Perez has been at Red Bull for a few years now. When did Perez join Red Bull? 2021. Yeah, because 2020 was Racing Point, so 2021, 22, 23, 24. 4 full seasons. 4 full seasons. Max has been a one-man team. To be honest, I half expected Perez to announce his retirement this weekend and they'll be dipping Liam Lawson in next year. I half expected that, but maybe one more year, Sergio Perez, and then Liam Lawson for 26 is probably looking more realistic. But with 9 minutes to go, it's time to get your laps in, boys. If you don't want to get knocked out in Q1, bottom 5 at the moment, Zhou, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Hulkenberg and Lawson. And 4 out of those 5 haven't even set a proper lap time yet. But yeah, please do drop a like, guys. It does help the channel get noticed. Hopefully we get a few people in for the race tomorrow. I'll be live about 7:45. Not quarter past, you'll miss the first 10 laps. 7:45 tomorrow night. I'll be live for an 8 p.m. start for the Mexican Grand Prix. Yes, Beth, welcome in. You said, yo, did you? Oh, I apologise. Yes, Todd, welcome in, bro. Welcome in. Yeah, note to self. Notice every comment. Yeah, so sometimes if I get on like a 10-minute monologue, I'll miss a comment here and there. I do apologise. I'll try and improve on that. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Beth. Welcome to the stream, Todd. I'm well, mate. Put it in caps so I read it. You don't. Yeah, every message in caps. The thing is, I'm all right on these. If it's Viewers' Championship, live chat is a dangerous game for me to read. So I apologise that Viewers' Championship, whilst it's interactive in the way that you're in the race, me reading chat is next to impossible if I don't want to end up in the wall. So yeah, I'll try and make up for it on these streams and actually interact with you. But yeah, are you nearly done Sober October? So have I. I'm joking. No. Fair play, Beth. Fair play. Good on you. Good on you. I wouldn't really want to do that. 7 minutes to go. Russell's in the bottom 5 at the moment. Well, Hamilton's on it. Mercedes 15th and 16th. Gasly P2. Hulkenberg P3. Come on then. Come on then. You've got less than 7 minutes to go, boys. We've got Piastri, Perez, and Russell in the bottom 5 at the moment. It won't end that way. You done that a few years ago. It was hard. Yeah, be a doddle now. You know how to drink this month, are you? You're going fully sober. The race is 8 p.m. tomorrow, Todd. Yeah, I'll be live 7:45. Yeah. Join me for the main event. Get yourself in Viewers' Championship as well, because you're in with a championship chance. Todd, big time. 49 behind Kim. It's 50 for a win in Viewers' Championship. So if you won the race and Kim was outside the top 20, you lead in the championship with 4 to go. It can. Do you know what? The fact that Kim has been in the lead of the Viewers' Championship since round 2 to now is actually unbelievable. Like, if I did another 10 years of that, it'd be a different leader every single week. If I ran it again from 0, which I will do next year, I reckon we'll have a different leader. The fact that Kim's been holding on to it for like 18 races in a row is crazy. But you're closing in, Todd. Anyway, back to what's actually happening. Hamilton's done a lap and gone P8. So, so bottom 5 with 5 minutes to go, just over. Colapinto, Ocon, Zhou, Piastri. Piastri and Perez need a lap. The pressure's starting to ramp up now. You got to play it. You got to be safe. Cheers, Todd. Appreciate it, bruv. Do you see Russell crash? I assume here, I didn't hit no pole, mate. Nope. I've hit a curb once and wrote off a car, but I never hit a pole. Tried to drift on ice round a roundabout. Went straight on, bang, wrote off a car. GG's, mate. You live and learn. I was about 19. Man thought he could drift round the roundabout, rear end out, opposite lock. Nope. Anyway, that's why I'm not in F1. No other reason other than that. Norris goes quickest then on a 1:16.5. Okay. So Russell's 5th and they're saying that he's not safe. Really? Nah, Russell's gone 5th. He'd be safe with that. If Russell gets knocked out here, then it's mental. Nah, Russell's would be fine on that. Surely. I mean, yeah, he's 7 tenths off the pace, but nah, you P5. But what's Perez and Piastri doing? You've got 3.5 minutes left, boys. What's happened to Piastri here? Oh, track limits. He's getting laps deleted out here. That's what's happening to Piastri. He's getting laps deleted for exceeding track limits. The VAR in him out of the ting. That's a lie. So you had 3 vodka lemonades on the 10th. Come on. I love the honesty. Going to Robcast Friday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No. Friday, no, because I no, but early next week. Yeah. Friday, I can't do Friday nights generally speaking because I work weekends. My days off are like beginning of the week, so I have it on like a Sunday or Monday night. Me, it's just how it is at the moment. You know, it's just how it is at the moment. Sunday night or Monday night's my big driller. Yeah. So maybe after the race on Sunday, might be a couple of whiskey and cokes on board. After that race, well, we'll have a see. Especially if Leclerc wins and Verstappen doesn't finish. Yeah, I'm going full Charles Leclerc for the rest of the season. Yeah, bollocks to it. I like an underdog, and yeah, and I think honestly, I think it'd be funny. I think it's funny if Leclerc beats Norris in the championship. If Leclerc finishes second in the championship after all the hype that Lando Norris has had this season and McLaren have had, and if you don't even finish second in the championship, it's the biggest L. Anyway, I've got nothing against McLaren, but Norris in my bag. Piastri's only gone 14th. Leclerc's in the drop zone. Perez is 15th. You're kidding me. Perez and Piastri are under serious problem here. We've got 1 minute 20 to go. Leclerc goes third. Leclerc goes third. Of course he does. Leclerc goes third because Leclerc's winning this championship. from 80 points behind with 5 to go. No, but Piastri's out as well. Magnussen's gone fourth. Piastri and Perez. I'm glad I did this live stream. This has gone absolutely AWOL. Piastri and Perez. P all you want. Piastri, Perez, both knocked out in Q1. Colapinto's through. Liam Lawson through. Magnussen's gone P5 now with Sainz going second. Piastri and Perez both knocked out in Q1. Franco Colapinto is through. And we've still got 30 seconds left. It's still not over. Bottas goes 14th. So, oh my God. So, Ocon's on a lap. This could get even worse for Piastri and Perez. Ocon's on a lap here. Yesterday, when you thrown the tech barrier and broke the chassis, Mercedes on cost cap for next season. Oh, don't worry. Antonelli's driving for him next season. There'll be a few cars in the wall next season, but Antonelli's going to be chaos, and I'm going to love it. Antonelli, I hope Antonelli comes in and just turns the rule book upside down and says, I'll do what I want. I'm getting that vibe. Ocon's out. So, Stroll's through. Oh, Colapinto's been knocked out, rip. But Piastri and Perez both knocked out. P17 for Oscar Piastri. P18 for Sergio Perez. Oh my God, two big fish at the back. This is home Grand Prix as well. Oh, Liam Lawson's good, Kim. Liam Lawson, I said this last weekend, Liam Lawson will be a name for the future. I hope Antonelli is as well when he comes on board. Colapinto as well, been massively impressive, you know. But he's been knocked out here. But he's in a Williams. But Colapinto's been massively impressive. But just to confirm then, the 5 drivers knocked out in Q1. 16th on the grid will be Colapinto. 17th on the grid will be Piastri. 18th on the grid will be Perez. 19th on the grid will be Ocon. And 20th and last, as it seems to be most weeks, is Zhou Guanyu. Zhou Guanyu is on his way out of the door, I would have thought. So, but Piastri and Perez both being knocked out is mad. And Stroll and Bottas are both through. Stroll and Bottas both through. Look at Haas. Haas 5th and 8th after Q1. Obviously, if you get through, the lap times are deleted, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you get through, it doesn't matter what position you're in until we get to the top 10. Then it's the real deal. But for the guys in the quick cars, you know, if you're in a Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, you just do enough to get through. But I don't think it's even like that anymore, you know. I think they've really got to push it. I don't know how comfortable it is if you're Max Verstappen to get through to Q2. Not as comfortable as it used to be. Yes, Anthony, you still recovering from the Viewers' Championship? Oh, bro, I think you was last. Yeah, savage. It's just one of them, innit? It's just one of them. What saved you a bit was Dan, who was behind you. You could have lost 2 or 3 spots, but you didn't, because Dan wasn't in the race, and someone else in the top 6 wasn't in a race neither. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. If that's any you know, consolation to you, it could have been worse. If if Dan was on the podium and bloody hell, you could have been knocked out of the top 10. No, but you're still third, I think. Still third or fourth. Well, you might have dropped to fourth, but still. Listen, it can turn around so quick that that Viewers' Championship can be turned on its head like that. It takes one race with Kim at the back, or with it's unbelievable that she's been in the lead of it since day one, really. Top 10 every week. Are you going to try and get in stream more often? Don't get notifications. I know. I don't know what happens with notifications on YouTube. It doesn't seem reliable. So I don't know if you have to have a certain amount of subscribers before YouTube take you seriously, is what I'm thinking. If you've got 100,000 subs, everyone, notices are going out there because YouTube care. But I think when you're a tiny channel, I don't think YouTube are really. It's hit and miss. So you just have to. I don't know. I try and schedule the streams like a day or two before. Usually, today I didn't do that because I didn't even know I was going to do this stream. But I've usually got it scheduled 2 or 3 days before, so you can see the thumbnail there and say, "All right, there it is, Mexico Grand Prix, whatever, tomorrow at 8 or whatever." So you can usually pops up on YouTube somewhere if you subscribed. So you just have to keep a lookout, and obviously. When I'm live, I'll tell you as well when the next one is. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's one of them. No, I haven't got a Discord yet. Maybe next season. I'll do a Discord. Maybe, but I don't know. You need quite a decent following to make that worthwhile. I feel like. But yeah, cheers, Beth. There's 5 races to go this season, so we've got Mexico this weekend, Brazil weekend after. Then I think it's 2 weekends off, and then you've got the last 3 of Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. Not necessarily in that order, but you just read the message at the top. What? You can post in Jams of Discord. Well, you could do, but you got to remember that's football people, innit? And I do love the JA, but I wouldn't want to bombard what is essentially a football watch along channel with F1 stuff. So I'll leave it really. But I'll set on my own next year. Why don't we say that then? Why don't we say we'll come back? March 25, Kimi Antonelli on the grid. I'm massively looking forward to next season, actually, because you got the Hamilton at Ferrari. There's a lot changing in terms of driver lineup. The driver lineup, this lineup here, it's just shuffle the deck next season. So I love it. I think there's only 3 out of the 10 teams. Only 3 teams are keeping the same driver lineup. The other 7 are all doing musical chairs. So brilliant. So they're really shuffling it up next year. So I'm massively looking forward to next year. So we'll go again. We'll have a fresh start. It'll be Kimi Antonelli, do or die. And it'll be a slightly different kind of vibe because it'll be a bit more emotional in terms of depending on how it goes. Post it in yours. Yeah, post it in yours. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll make well for 2025 we'll do it. Yeah. There's no point doing it now. We're like 5 races ago. It's but yeah. What I'm going to do over the winter as well. What I'm going to do from I think the last race is 8th of December until, in fact, the first race is on my birthday as well, until 16th of March. So we've got 8th of December till 16th of March. I was thinking a winter edition Viewers' Championship where everyone who's in like the top 30 in the championship, there's like a winter like sprint edition. So it's not 2-hour races, like half-hour races or something. Maybe do like 2 or 3 20-minute races in a night or half an hour races in a night. What about that? Like a winter sprint championship, just to basically keep the channel ticking over. Because if I have 4 months of nothing, it's just not good, is it? It's not. It's just not. It's just not what I want to do. Winter Viewers Championship is what I'm thinking. From like, yeah, mid-December till March or something. Race reviews. It gets a bit dry, that though. I might do a stream, like one stream of like, what did I do at the end of last season? I did like a season review, and then did something else as well. I did 2 videos. I can't remember what they were. Yeah, season review, and then there was something else as well. I can't remember. I'll have to have a look back. But yeah, that's like one stream, that. But anyway, Q2's underway. I'll have a piss up one night when you're back drinking. Definitely. Not on here, but over on Twitch, yeah. Do you follow it, Beth? It's called Rob Sesh. Yeah. Rob Sesh on Twitch. That's where it'll be. Get on that. I'll probably be on it Monday night or Sunday night. Yeah. But anyway, Dougie. Yeah. Get on that. Anyway, Q2 is underway. They're interviewing Oscar Piastri in the pen. He's been knocked out. But we are back on track now. So 11.5 minutes to go. At the end of which, the slowest 5 will be knocked out. So 15th through to 11th. And then the top 10 will go through to Q3. So let's have a do. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to figure out the different scenarios of how Charles Leclerc can win this championship. I'm going to figure out how outlandish it is, because I know it's outlandish and I know it's unreasonable, but it's not impossible. How far behind? See, the thing is, how far behind Leclerc is Norris? I don't think it's that much. I think it's like 20 points. Let me have a look at this. Because I back it. I want it. I want the greatest comeback story in sport history, and Leclerc world champion. That's what I want. Why has it not got the standings on there? There you go. Verstappen's on 354, Norris on 297, Leclerc's on 275, 595. So Leclerc's only 22 points behind Norris. That's definitely doable. Verstappen would have to DNF a couple of races. Verstappen would have to DNF a couple of races. If he DNF'd one, it would start to get very interesting. They'd also need another one as well. The greatest comeback in history, Logan. One, he's not got a seat anymore, and 2, that's mathematically impossible. So anyone that's mathematically impossible, forget it, innit? But it's mathematically possible that Leclerc can do it. But in fact, it would be that mad for Leclerc to win this championship that it would go down as proper dodgy, wouldn't it? It's that unlikely that it would be suspicious. It would, wouldn't it? If Leclerc won the championship from here, it'd be suspicious. Because it'd be like, how's he just crashed out of 3 out of the last 5? It would be suspicious, yeah, actually. So maybe it's the best all round if he doesn't. The whole sport would be brought into disrepute. Like any casual fan would be like, nah, they've rigged that. It would look on the face of it rigged if Verstappen didn't win this championship from here. So I don't know. Careful what you wish for, innit? Especially if there's yeah, exactly. Especially there's some unusual betting patterns like me sticking £1,000 on Leclerc now. I speak to Dan yesterday because he's big on the betting odds. He knows the odds, and it's 44-1 for Leclerc to win the championship now. 44-1, and Norris is like 4-1. What are you talking about? Leclerc's only 22 points behind Norris. Why has Norris been put up on a pedestal? I don't get it. Whereas Leclerc, the bookies are going Leclerc, no chance. Norris, every chance. What do you mean? Leclerc wins tomorrow and Norris not on the podium. Leclerc's in front of him. So, with the bookies are giving it 44-1 and Norris 4-1, Norris should be, oh no, 20-1. No, they never want to pile on, won't they? They're stopping people piling on it, aren't they, basically? Going 4-1 for Norris to win the championship is just stopping everyone piling on, just in case. He fucking does it. Whereas with Leclerc, they're going, forget it. Don't even dream of it. But I tell you what, it won't be 44-1 if Leclerc wins tomorrow night. It will not be 44-1. Worth a quid. Worth a quid, yeah. Kim, if you've got to spare like 17 pence, have a look. No, I'm joking. I mean, it's stupid, but I want it to be interesting though, and the most interesting scenario is another Leclerc win tomorrow night. Then people start thinking, bloody hell, could he win the last 6 in a row? Yes. But if he doesn't, it's short-lived, isn't it? You know what I mean? If Leclerc's like 5th tomorrow, forget it, innit? It's a short-lived dream. It's a short-lived dream. You're 20p, yeah, 20p. No. Get a Freddo. Anyway, 5 minutes to go in Q2. I've not really talked about this session a lot. I don't think there's anything wild been going on, but it is Norris at the top on a 1:16.3 for Verstappen. Then the two Mercs looking improved from Q1, that's for sure. 3rd and 4th at the moment. Sainz 5th, Gasly P6, then Albon, Tsunoda, Lawson. So both RBs in the top 10 at the moment. And Alonso then in the bottom 5 then with 4.5 minutes to go is Magnussen, Stroll, Hülkenberg, Bottas and Charles Leclerc. Leclerc, who I'm saying is winning the championship, P50 in the moment. Come on, you need to get a lap on the board. You know, I must admit, I'm not one for special liveries. For me, it's overdone now. But that Williams livery with the yellow engine cover, yeah, that's got like a Rothman's like 90s Williams vibe to it. Oh, it's proper retro. I love it. But it is overdone. The whole special livery thing has got out of hand in Formula One. I'm saying that now. It seems every weekend, every race now, someone's bringing a special livery. Come on. It used to be once a season. It used to be like... In fact, it used to be what started all this off. is Mercedes doing at the German Grand Prix, I think in 2019, they did like a retro special edition livery, and then that's got let the cat out of the bag then. And now it's like every weekend, oh, this team's got a special livery. This team's got to leave it out, man. It's getting out of hand. They're going to have to stop it. They're going to have to stop it like... I remember when Sebastian Vettel used to change his helmet design every week. They put a stop to that. But that's crept back in as well. Changing the helmet designs every week, that's crept back in. I think you pick a design, stick with it, and it's your identity, I feel like. Anyway. I didn't say before, this is my life, but welcome to the stream, bro. I know you put a comment in before. I was meant to say hello. You don't like seeing Lawson instead of Ricardo? Oh, I'm going to have to be on the other side of the fence on that one. I much prefer seeing Liam Lawson. It's the future, innit? It's the future. So, unfortunately, I do sit on the other side of that fence. Danny Rick was brilliant in his day, but unfortunately, this is not his day anymore. So you've got to move on. And I actually think Liam Lawson's the real deal, to be honest with you. The real deal. Dickinson's real deal. Come on, Lando. If Bolton Wanderers can win, so can Lando. Are you from Denver Streams then, is it? Is that how you found me? Are you a Bolton fan? From Denver's? Bolton got a last minute winner, didn't they? Yeah, man. Nah, big ups to Denver and Jamza. You know, they always help me out, like always, because I've known them for like probably like 5 years at this point. They always send people over and recommend me, so you know, big ups to them both. Without them, without Denver and Jamza, I would be sat here talking to myself, you know, so big ups. They're the reason that this is alive. Because there's not many people just like raw F1 fans that don't know Denver and Jamza and have just found me from just trying to find F1 streams on YouTube. There's a handful, mate, at most. So big ups for them to putting live blood into this channel. But anyway, I've been waffling on for 15 minutes. Let's get into it because we are at the sharp end of Q2 now. You don't really support F1, just following so right. Yeah, cheers. I appreciate that. Just order Mackie's sounds mint. Yeah, cheers. I appreciate that, Beth. And I know that a lot of people are football fans and they just know me from this stream and that stream. So we've got a red flag. Someone's in the wall. Sonoda's in the wall. Sonoda's out. That's gonna be the end of Q2. Sonoda's smashed it up. Sonoda's in the wall, and that is gonna be it. He's knocked himself out. Not literally. He's knocked himself out of qualifying. I mean, I don't know how bad the crash was. He might have knocked him down. He's conscious. He's knocked himself out of qualifying and his teammate. He's basically brought an immediate end to that session. So Tsunoda out, Lawson out, Alonso out, Stroll out, Bottas out. Both Hasses through. Albon through. Pierre Gasly through. That will be the top 10 then to go through to Q3. Norris, Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, Albon, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, and Gasly will all go through to the pole position shootout. Knocked out Tsunoda, who ended up in the wall. And yeah, Lawson, Alonso, Stroll. So both RBs, both Aston Martins, and Valtteri Bottas as well in P15, all knocked out, and now they'll have to clean up this mess. Yuki crashing doesn't surprise. He's not great. Yeah, I don't know about Yuki Tsunoda, man. Yuki Tsunoda's been good though. I mean, this isn't probably the best time in the world to praise Yuki Tsunoda when he's just smashed it in the wall. But he has had a good season until about 90 seconds ago. But in general, like generally speaking, he has had a good season, Yuki Tsunoda, you know. He's been decent. I think he's underrated, actually. I mean, I know it's not really the moment to sort of pick him up. But he's had a few different teammates, Yuki Tsunoda, and he's fared quite well. He's fared very well. So I don't. The thing is, though, Red Bull are very hesitant to promote Yuki Tsunoda, aren't they? And I wonder if it's his attitude more than his actual pace. More than about his driving, and maybe it's more about his attitude, and it doesn't really fit in. If Yuki Tsunoda was in the spotlight, then all this swearing on the team radio and losing his temper would probably be a bit of a PR nightmare. And I think that is the reason why Yuki Tsunoda is not alongside Verstappen at Red Bull. Because not through him not being quick enough, but through the potential of it being a bit of a PR nightmare for Red Bull, because he's coming on team radio dropping every F-bomb ever. He's got a short fuse, basically. He's got a very short fuse. And so I think they're a little bit concerned about that. Because at RB, not that you get away with it, but you're not in the spotlight the same. But if you're all of a sudden like a household name, you're winning Grand Prix, you become famous. Because everyone's heard of Max Verstappen. You know, you could walk around and ask every Tom, Dick and Harry. Everyone's heard of Max Verstappen. Everyone's heard of Lewis Hamilton. Nobody's heard of Yuki Tsunoda unless you're an F1 fan. But if it got to that point, would he be known as like someone who just loses his rag all the time? And then is that great for Red Bull? Anyway, that's my 2 pence on it. I know that's the thing. I don't think it's strategic, but it's unfortunate for sure. Yeah, you know, stick it in the wall. Oh well, make sure Lawson doesn't show me up. This looks good. This film, you know, this Heretic. That looks good. Anyway, I'm distracted. You're going Lando. What, you going Lando for the win, is it, Todd? I don't think he's got it in him. I think Lando Norris might be overrated, to be honest. I don't think he's the guy. I don't think Lando Norris is the guy that a lot of people think he is. He's not ruthless enough, I don't think. I mean, that might come back to bite me, you know, and it probably will, but I don't think Lando Norris is ruthless enough to be world champion. He might become ruthless enough in the future, but right now, is Lando Norris absolutely ruthless in and you've got to be. To beat, especially to beat Max Verstappen, you've got to not give an inch. You've got to be ruthless, almost reckless, actually. Almost. And I think Lando Norris plays it a little bit safe sometimes, where that works in certain scenarios. But I think if you're hunting someone down in a championship fight, you've got to be ruthless. A perfect example of that is Verstappen going after his first championship against Lewis Hamilton. And Lewis Hamilton at the time was on 5 championships in a row, and looking absolutely unstoppable. And Verstappen went out there and got ruthless with it and went toe to toe with Lewis for that entire season. And it was just, it didn't give Lewis, he didn't care that Lewis was the king. He didn't care that Lewis was the GOAT. He just stuck it down the inside. And if we both go in the wall, we both go in the wall. Bollocks to it. And as Lando got that in him, you need that. I'm yet to see it. I'm yet to see Lando Norris be absolutely balls to the wall, ruthless, and go and take this championship by the balls. I'm yet to see that, and he should have done in the US as well last weekend. I was go on, like, go for it. And then he held back. And then next lap, I'm like, go on, send it. And then he didn't quite go. And then by the time he did send it, it was an illegal move. And then they got all the pissing about of like, oh, give back the position. You didn't do it right. And then so it's like, and he always loses positions at the start as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's got a bit of margin for improvement. A lot of people wouldn't admit that or see it. I don't know. But yeah, what are we saying? At least not Lance Stroll. Lance like the MK Dons of F1. Are MK Dons terrible, are they? I wouldn't know. Scrap MK Dons. He's the Wrexham. Only where he is because of major money. I know I don't really like Wrexham for that reason, really. Just a load of like US celebrities jumping on board and all of a sudden they're winning. It's like, it seems a bit corny to me. It seems a bit cheesy somehow. I feel like if I was a Wrexham fan, I'd be a little bit like winning, but I bet there's some OG Wrexham fans that are a little bit like, it's a bit shit now. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be some OG Wrexham fans going, yeah, we're winning, but I suppose they don't care if they're winning, but it wouldn't be for me, that, as a fan of that. But I don't pretend to know about Wrexham, but there's got to be a few OG Wrexham fans that are like, these are American celebrities jumping on board as like some sort of PR exercise. Like, we've lived, I feel like there'd be a few of them like, we've lived and breathed this team for 50 years. You're jumping on now because you think it's a bit of a laugh. I don't know if I'd like it. But anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? It's by the by. We'll get on to Q3 in a minute. Can you tell we're in between sessions? More importantly, who can catch Kim? That is more important. Who can catch Kim? I think top 12 in the championship can still win it. Honestly. Because it's 50 points for a win in Viewers' Championship, Lisa. But there he is at the top. Yeah. Do you think Lando Norris has got it in him to go toe to toe with Verstappen and beat him? I don't. Whereas in the right circumstances, maybe it's a couple of other drivers who could, maybe the right circumstances, maybe Charles could, maybe the right circumstances. I'm excited to see what Antonelli brings to the table. Absolute chaos is what I want. You know. But then I suppose with Lando Norris, he is consistent. He is consistent. You know, I'm not saying he's crap by any means. He's obviously a phenomenal driver, but I'm saying that he might lack that final 0.1% of like being a bit of a dickhead that you need. That's what I'm saying. And you need that. You need that 0.1% of being a bit bollocks to everyone and everything. He's getting it. I don't see that. And you need that. But I'm not saying he's not quit. Obviously, you know, he's on pole nearly every week and, you know, podiums every week and all that. But you know what? But that's it, Suede, though. That's what I'm trying to beat around the bush. But you've got to have that bit of a dickhead in you. I'm swearing. Apologies. That's why we get 10 views. But you know what I'm trying to say. Think of McLaren and R&D early this season, he'd taken the championship, but it's too late now. Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is about that, right? If it got to a point where Norris was really toe-to-toe with Max would get out of hand. Max would get dirty with it. Well, Max is in a bit of a chill mode because it's like he's not that much under threat. So if Max can finish third, he'll finish third, and he's chilling. Max is chilling. But if Lando Norris was there or thereabouts, Max would get filthy with it. Not in that way, but it would get spicy. So I think not only do you have to have a faster car than Max Verstappen to beat him, you have to also have some. You have to be a bit ruthless as well. You have to be ruthless as well. Barca beat Madrid 4-0. No way. 4-0. It was 0-0 at half time, wasn't it? Well, Madrid scored 4 in the second half. Who's got pole? You've got Max. I'd like Leclerc to get it because it's just funny if Leclerc actually puts on like a late surge. That's just funny. Like out of nowhere. So I'd like Leclerc, but yeah, I don't know. Probably Norris over Verstappen in it with Leclerc third. It's top 3: Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc in that order, I'll say. But we'll see. But listen, my opinion of Lando Norris is open to change. You know, I'm not set with an agenda. I react based on what I'm seeing. If I see Lando Norris pulling ruthless moves, you better believe my opinion changes. I've just seen him be a little bit tentative. And when you're 50 points behind in the championship, sod tentative. You know what I mean? Chocolat Leclerc. Charles Leclerc. You see, I never get on board with that. That's probably the proper way to pronounce it. Charles Leclerc. But I'll always go Charles Leclerc, me. Well, unless, I don't know. I'll probably change it up. Charles Leclerc, mate. Charles Leclerc. Not for me. But that's probably how you're supposed to say it. But right. Q3's back underway. They have had a delay to it because of clearing up Tsunoda's wreck. So he's out of the way, and we've 8.5 minutes to go in Q3. Let's get into it. So Verstappen's purple sector 1 and sector 2 is going to set a benchmark here. A 1:16.368 for Verstappen is the benchmark. Here comes Lando Norris then out of the final corner and towards the line then. Can he beat the Verstappen 1:16.3? No, it's a 1:16.9. It's 6/10 slower. At the moment, we've got the Haas in third and fourth. That is not how it will remain. But take a picture because the third and fourth at the minute. Sainz has gone purple sector 1. Albon goes quicker than the Haas then. At the moment, goes up to third. 7.5 minutes to go. Sainz purple sector 1. Leclerc. So they're going double for 2 laps in a row. Chocolate eclair, yeah. Come on, Charles. I'm back in this late championship surge. I dare you. Do you know what I mean? I dare you to... Ooh, P2. Only by a tenth. Only by a tenth. So Verstappen's still at the top with a 1:16.3. Verstappen's had his lap time deleted for track limits, did they just say? Sainz has gone fastest. Sainz has gone provisional pole here. And Verstappen's had his lap time deleted. We're on for a Ferrari 1-2. Oh, there'll be another chance. There's still time, but track limits has done Verstappen for now. It's Ferrari 1-2, Mercedes 3-4, Norris 5th at the moment, but there's still, like I say, 7 minutes to go. So do not count your chickens yet because he can get out there and set another lap. But wow. Lap time deleted. We're going to see why. Turn 1. Turn 2, and they're cutting. Leclerc got a lap deleted for that as well. They're cutting too much in turn 2. Yeah, they're cutting the corner at turn 2. Leclerc did it 5 minutes ago, well, in Q2. And Verstappen's done it in Q3. And he cut 2 and 3. Yeah, no, dude. Indisputable, yeah. So Verstappen cuts turn 2 and 3, and the stewards go... Nope. Lap time deleted. So at the moment, with 6 minutes to go, it's Sainz and Leclerc on the front row for Ferrari. Gunning for Constructors' Championship as well. Mate, Verstappen doesn't get it together here. That's a perfect grid. Oh, mate, stop the count. That's a perfect grid, that. For me. I'd take that as a grid right now. Oh, it's not going to end like this. It's not going to end like this, but I'd love it to. You think this is biased? Wait till 2025. It's going to be savage. But that's what I want to do. That's how I always was, you know. I've always supported just one driver. And then in the last 4 or 5 years, I've been floating around. Not really. It's been fun, but it's time to take the neutral cap off, and I'm all in full bias Antonelli next season. Just sod it. It's going to be funny. You got Sainz for pole? Looking good, mate. Looking good, dude. I'd take that grid right now. Give me that grid right now. Ferrari 1-2. The thing is, the run down to turn 1 here, I think it's the longest in the calendar. You can start 4th or 5th here and lead into turn 1. You know, this is not the grid. In fact, on a real one, this is probably the least important grid of the season. In terms of getting pole. In fact, I would say this is the least valuable pole position of the year on the calendar. It's the least valuable pole position because the run down to turn 1 is that long. You're probably better off starting third and getting the slipstream. Seriously. It is probably the least valuable. Probably most valuable is probably Monaco or Singapore. Pole position in Monaco or Singapore, they might as well just, play your national anthem now you've won the race. This is the opposite end. This is where you can be on pole position and be P4 by the time you get down to turn 1. Or you're coming out of turn 3, you could be 4th or 5th. Yeah, you can seriously get done by a slipstream down to turn 1 here. So pole's not everything. It's not even anything. Yes, Ernesto Tiesto. Ernesto, I will be live tomorrow, 7:45 UK time. So what's that going to be? Mid-afternoon for you, 2 p.m, something like that. 3 p.m. for the race tomorrow. Can you make it? Come on. You missed a race in the viewers' ting, brev. Even if you're busy, get a comment in. Yeah. I'll be live 7:45 tomorrow night, UK time for the race. So just to let you know. Which, like I say, mid-afternoon for you, that 3 p.m. Yeah, get yourself in. But oh, you well, Ernesto. We're due a bit of a catch-up, aren't we? See how you're getting on. Be good to have a catch-up with you soon, mate. I've not heard from you properly for a few months, but I hope you're doing well, dude. Right. Anyway, we're getting into you be there. Appreciate it, brother. Right, here we go. 1:15 to go. Let's have it. Q3. Pole position shootout. Verstappen under pressure as well. Oh, this is... Verstappen's genuinely under pressure here. He'll pull it out of the bag, though. He's not 4-time world champion for nothing, is he? Well, 3.5-time world champion. Nearly 4-time. Oh, Leclerc's got purple sector 1. Go on, Charles. If it's Leclerc pole, Verstappen P10. Oh. I love it. Oh, if Verstappen, look at this. We're looking at a Ferrari 1-2 on the grid here. I'll take this. Where was this Ferrari pace like mid-season, brev? Why is it like a late surge? Why have they left it to the last 6 to be absolutely rapid? Well, I'm more interested in it. Where's Sainz is rapid? We're looking at a Sainz pole here. I don't think anyone can do anything about a Carlos Sainz pole position here. If I'm being honest, look at this. Charles Leclerc's fighting oversteer out of the last corner. Improves, but nowhere near Sainz. Sainz is going to go faster. Is Sainz going to get pole here at 59? Carlos Sainz Jr. take a bow. It's looking like pole position, but don't hold the celebrations. Hold the celebrations. Leclerc's gone purple and Verstappen splits the Ferraris. So Verstappen P2. Here comes Norris, who's gone purple middle sector. Round the final corner he comes. We've got Sainz, Verstappen, Leclerc. Top 3 at the moment. Can Norris upset it? P3 splits the Ferraris again. Oh, Sainz has beat them all. It's Sainz on pole position for the Mexico City Grand Prix. He's going to be lining up with Verstappen P2, Norris P3, Leclerc P4. What can the Mercs do? I don't think they can challenge that top 4, can they? Magnussen pits then, and it is P5 for George Russell. What can Lewis Hamilton do? Can he beat his teammate any more than that's getting ambitious? And it is only P6, so it is confirmed as a Carlos Sainz Jr. pole position in Mexico City at 1:59. But Max Verstappen, with the lap under pressure at the end, takes a front row, pushes Norris down to 3rd and Charles Leclerc down to 4th. Wow, big ups to Carlos Sainz, man. Big up to Carlos Sainz, man. And then beyond that, you've got the 2 Mercs, 5th and 6th, Russell ahead of Hamilton, and then Kevin Magnussen, P7. Take a bow with that one. And Pierre Gasly, P8, Alex Albon, P9, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds out the top 10. But it is Carlos Sainz's day in Mexico. Bollocks. Verstappen ahead of Norris going to completely yeah. I know. I'd have taken the grid 5 minutes before that session ended with a Ferrari 1-2 and Verstappen P10. I'd have took that. But anyway, it is what it is. There you go. Best news you've heard all day. Sainz on pole. Sainz is showing off in front of his girlfriend. I know, I've seen the camera kept panning to her in the garage as well. Cheers, Todd. Pop your pin at this point. I don't care who wins the championship as long as it's not Verstappen. Well, yeah, ideally. Ideally, but it's not going to happen, is it? We all know that. I think if Lando Norris was going to win this championship, he would have had to beat him in the US last week, but Sainz, meanwhile, Sainz is on form at the moment. Sainz was ruthless in the sprint as well in Mexico. And he's getting the job done. He's enjoying these last few races at Ferrari before moving to Williams next season. Who knows how long it'll be before Carlos Sainz is in this kind of position again with this kind of equipment to fight at the front. So he's making the most of it. Fair play. And maybe Sainz will be back at the front at some point later on in his career. But for now, he will enjoy the fruits of this because it is Carlos Sainz on pole position. Max D he needs a couple of DNFs really. But one DNF for Verstappen will make this very interesting for the remainder of the season. But yeah, I will be live 7:45 UK time tomorrow night for the Mexico City Grand Prix. And that is your grid. Sainz from Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, Magnussen, Gasly, Albon, Hülkenberg rounds out the top 10. Then it would be Tsunoda, Lawson, Alonso, Stroll, Bottas, Colapinto, Piastri, Perez. Piastri and Perez at the back. They've had an absolute nightmare. Ocon and Zhou Guanyu will round off the grid for tomorrow. Join me 7:45 for the Mexico City Grand Prix. And that is about all. Yeah, lights out at 8. Yeah, lights out at 8. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And join me for the main event of the evening tomorrow night. And hopefully it's a good one. 5 races to go in 2024. And also, you need to get yourself in the live chat tomorrow to be entered into round 20 of the Viewers' Championship. So peace out. Catch you tomorrow night. And good night. Farewell. And see you soon. Bye for now.